I am older now than the answers I once trusted. And the world has not become clearer with age, only quieter in places it should not be. I remember when the ground felt like ground before it learned to breathe back, before it started listening. There are layers beneath what we call living. I have walked them. I have mistaken them for paths. And I know now they were never built for return. If you are hearing this, it means the silence has already noticed you. Do not mistake its patience for mercy. It does not wait. It settles. And when it settles completely, there is no difference left between falling and being held. I am Kai, and I am still listening, even now.
Episode 5. One Step Deeper. Darkness didn't settle. It aligned. Thin lines of red light flickered along the walls, outlining the chamber in a geometry that felt too deliberate, too symmetrical, like the room had been waiting for them. Kai blinked. The world blinked a fraction of a second later. A delayed echo. Visual, not sound. A faint after-image sliding into place behind reality. He inhaled once. Steady. And the hum rose to meet the distortion, smoothing it like a hand pressing down ripples. Morena stepped beside him. Not touching him, but close enough to anchor him if he needed it.
You good?
Kai nodded once.
Yeah.
His voice didn't shake. Maya moved ahead of them, blade low, eyes scanning. But not the room. Kai.
Tell me what you're picking up.
Not gentle. Not harsh, just expecting an answer.
The room's adjusting.
Korvan's head snapped toward him.
Already?
Kai didn't look away from the shifting lines on the wall.
Feels like it.
The walls pulsed. A faint ripple of red light moving through the carvings like a breath. Kai felt it before he saw it. A pressure behind his eyes. A shift in the air brushing against his thoughts. Maya caught the micro flinch.
What was that?
Kai didn't hesitate.
It's waiting.
Morena's jaw tightened, but she didn't reach for him. She stayed steady at his side, eyes scanning the dark.
Waiting for what?
Kai looked at the far wall. It brightened, but only where he looked. Korovan exhaled sharply.
Calibration stage.
Maya's grip tightened on his blade.
Meaning?
Korovan stepped forward, voice low.
Meaning the system is matching itself to him.
The chamber pulsed again. Kai didn't stagger. braced. The hum rose in his chest like a second heartbeat, sinking to the room. Maya didn't look away from him.
Everyone stays on him. He moves, we move.
Morena nodded once, eyes sharp.
Kai, stay centered.
I am.
And he was. The chamber lights flickered. The walls brightened. And Kai felt the world shift around him, like a lens turning to focus. The chamber's red lines pulsed again, faint but deliberate, like the room was breathing in slow, measured intervals. Kai stepped forward, not stumbling, not wavering, just drawn. The hum rose in his chest, not violently, but with a steady, low vibration that felt almost like curiosity. Maya tracked him with his eyes, blade angled down, but ready.
Slow. Let it show you what it wants.
Kai didn't ask how Maya knew that. He didn't ask what the room wanted. He just listened. The air shifted. A soft pressure brushing the side of his face, like the room was turning its attention toward him. The red lines along the nearest wall brightened, then dimmed, then brightened again in a pattern that felt almost like a question. The red lines along the nearest wall brightened, then dimmed, then brightened again in a pattern that felt almost like a question. Kai exhaled.
It's waiting for me to look.
Morena stood at his flank, not touching him, but close enough to anchor him if he drifted too far.
Then look, but stay with us.
Kai nodded once. He turned his head toward the far wall. The wall responded. A section of the carvings rippled. Not physically, but visually, like the surface was adjusting its pattern to match the angle of his gaze. The lines reoriented themselves, sliding into a new configuration that formed a narrow vertical seam. Maya's voice was low.
There, that's the first one.
Korovan stepped closer, eyes narrowing.
Calibration response. It's aligning pathways to him.
Kai felt the hum pulse again, a soft, internal echo that matched the wall's rhythm. He didn't flinch this time. He absorbed it. The seam widened. A corridor revealed itself. Not opening, not moving, just appearing. As if it had always been there, but only now chose to be visible. Morena's breath tightened, but her voice stayed steady.
Kai, did you do that?
No,
He stepped closer, eyes narrowing.
it did it because I looked.
Maya nodded once, confirming the pattern.
Then we follow your eyes.
Korvan's jaw tightened.
Carefully. The system isn't guiding us out. It's guiding him deeper.
Kai didn't deny it. He felt it. The pull, the alignment, the sense that the room was adjusting itself around him, like a lens focusing on a subject. He took another step. The corridor brightened. The hum rose. And for the first time, Kai didn't feel like he was being dragged by something inside him. He felt like he was meeting it halfway. Morena watched him, eyes sharp.
Focus, Kai.
And he was. The corridor pulsed again, a soft, beckoning thrum. Maya lifted his blade.
We move on him. No one gets ahead.
and no one falls behind.
Kai stepped into the corridor. The walls brightened in response. The system had begun. The corridor stretched ahead of them, narrow and pulsing with faint red light. The air felt dense, like the space was packed too tightly with something unseen. Kai stepped forward. The hum rose. Not loud, not painful, just present, like a low-frequency vibration under his skin. Maya watched him closely.
Slow. Let it show itself.
Kai didn't answer. He didn't need to. Something in the air shifted. A subtle pressure, like the room inhaled. Kai stopped. Maya froze instantly.
What?
Kai lifted a hand slightly, not to signal danger, but to feel the air.
Something's about to move.
Where?
Kai didn't look at her. He didn't look at anything. He listened. The hum sharpened, narrowing into a thin, focused thread that pointed somewhere just ahead, not visually, not physically, but spatially, like a direction whispered inside his ribs.
There.
He said quietly. A half-second later, the wall ahead of them shifted. Not violently, not aggressively, just slid, like a panel adjusting itself into a new configuration. Maya's eyes snapped to Kai.
You felt that before it happened.
Yeah.
Korovan stepped forward, studying the wall.
How early?
Half a second. Maybe less.
That's the first stage.
Morena stayed at Kai's flank, steady, grounded.
First stage of what?
Korovan didn't look away from the shifting wall.
Predictive resonance. The system is letting him feel its decisions before it executes them.
Maya's jaw tightened.
Why?
Korovan finally turned toward him.
Because it's calibrating him, matching his perception to its timing.
Kai didn't flinch at that. He stepped closer to the wall. The hum rose again. A soft, internal click, like something aligning inside him. And the wall responded. A new seam appeared. A new corridor revealed itself. Not opening, presenting. Maya watched Kai, not the wall.
Did you do that?
No. I just knew it was about to.
Morena's voice was low, steady.
And you're okay?
I'm not scared.
He wasn't. That was the strange part. The hum wasn't overwhelming him anymore. It wasn't dragging him. It wasn't screaming. It was informing him. Korovan stepped beside him. Equal weight, equal presence.
This is where it starts. The system isn't just reacting to him now.
He looked at Maya.
It's syncing with him.
The corridor pulsed again. A soft, beckoning thrum. Kai didn't wait for permission. He stepped forward, and the room followed him. The corridor seals behind them, and narrowed as they moved, the red lines along the walls pulsing in slow, deliberate intervals. The air felt denser here, like the space was compressing around them. Kai walked at the front now, not because anyone told him to, because the room kept responding to him, and everyone else could see it. Maya stayed half a step behind, blade angled low, eyes fixed on Kai's shoulders.
Keep your pace steady.
I am.
Morena stayed at his flank, not touching him, but close enough to anchor him if the hum pulled too hard.
If anything shifts, say it.
I will.
Korovan brought up the rear, eyes scanning the walls with a tension that wasn't fear. It was recognition. They moved another few steps. Kai felt it before it happened. A pressure behind his ribs, a tightening in the air, like the corridor was inhaling. He stopped. Maya froze instantly.
What now?
Kai didn't answer with words. He turned. Behind them, the corridor walls brightened. A sudden flare of red light that raced along the carvings like a fuse. Morena's breath tightened.
Kai. It's closing.
A half-second later, the corridor behind them sealed. Not with a slam, not with violence, with precision. The walls slid together in a smooth, silent motion, the seam disappearing as if it had never existed. The air shifted again, settling into a new geometry that felt final. Maya exhaled once, slow.
So that's done.
Korovan stepped forward, jaw tight.
It's committing to him.
Morena didn't panic. She didn't reach for Kai. She just steadied her stance.
Meaning we're not going back.
Meaning it won't let us.
Kai didn't flinch. He didn't look back at the sealed corridor. He looked forward. The hum rose in his chest, aligning with the faint pulse ahead. A rhythm he could feel more than hear.
It wants me to keep going.
Maya studied him, eyes sharp.
Do you want to?
Kai considered that. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't overwhelmed. He wasn't being dragged. He was being followed, and that was somehow worse.
I don't know,
He said.
but I know it's not done.
The corridor ahead of them brightened, a soft, beckoning glow. Korovan's voice was low.
That's the next stage.
And what happens there?
Korovan didn't answer. Kai did.
We find out what it wants.
He stepped forward. The corridor pulsed in response, and the system followed him deeper. Kai took one more step into the right-hand corridor. The walls pulsed in response. Then the pulse didn't fade. It built. A low vibration rolled through the floor, rising fast, too fast, like the entire structure was bracing for impact. Maya's blade snapped up.
Kai, stop!
Kai froze. The hum didn't. It surged sharp and electric, like a signal spike. Korovan swore under his breath.
That's not calibration, that's...
The corridor folded. Not collapsed. Not twisted. Folded. The walls bent inward, geometry bending like soft metal, the red veins stretching into impossible angles. The floor rippled under their feet like liquid stone. Morena braced herself, voice steady.
Kai, talk to me.
Kai didn't answer. He couldn't. because the world wasn't behaving like a world anymore. The corridor stretched, then compressed, then stretched again, like it was trying to match his perception and failing. Maya grabbed Kai's shoulder, steady but not panicked.
Stay with us.
Kai blinked, and the corridor blinked with him. A double image. A hesitation frame. Reality stuttering. Korovan's voice dropped to a whisper.
Depth interface,
Meaning
the system is done testing him.
The walls convulsed. The floor dropped. The corridor inverted. And they fell into a chamber that shouldn't exist. A chamber older than the ruins, older than the relay, older than the collapse. A chamber built for one purpose: to show Kai what he is. The House of Seven is brought to you by Aetherwood Studios. As Kai, Marina, Maya and Korovan move deeper into the ruins, the Hummer lines and the boundary between individual perception and environmental execution blurs. Come join us next week as Kai travels farther into the Outlands and Zone 7. Thank you for listening, and until next time.